Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are talking about one of the most powerful ideas in all of marketing, positioning. And no, it's not about the battle for shelf space in a store. It's about the battle for a tiny, tiny piece of real estate right inside your mind.
You know, we live in what the marketing pioneers Jack Trout and Al Ries famously called an over-communicated society. Every single day, we're just bombarded with ads, with social media posts, with notifications. So the big question is, in all of that noise, how does any single message actually manage to break through?
Now, this isn't exactly a new problem, but it has gotten way more complicated. The fight for our attention used to be between a handful of TV channels and magazines. Now, it's a seemingly infinite digital landscape where literally everyone is shouting to be heard.
Just think about this for a second. Back in the 70s, you had about a 1 in 6 shot of picking the right place for your message. Fast forward to the early 2000s, and those odds dropped to 1 in 50. And today, with thousands upon thousands of platforms, your chances of being heard by accident are pretty close to zero. This explosion of noise is exactly why having a crystal clear strategy is more critical than ever.
So how in the world do you win this battle? Well, for the answer, we have to go all the way back to the spring of 1972. That's when Jack Trout and Al Ries published a game-changing series of articles that basically turned the world of marketing upside down.
This one sentence, this completely flips the traditional marketing script. See, positioning isn't about bragging that your product has the best features or the newest tech. It's all about shaping the perception of your product inside your customer's mind. It's psychology, not just technology. And here's why that's so important. When you manage to snag one of those precious few slots in a person's brain, you've done way more than just sell a product. You've built a brand. You now own that prime mental real estate. And believe me, that is an incredibly valuable asset to have.
Now, you might not even realize it's happening, but this whole process is already hard at work inside your own brain. Brands have been playing this game in your head for years.
Let's actually test this out right now. I'm going to show you a product category, and I just want you to notice the very first brand that pops into your head. Don't overthink it, just go with your gut. Ready?
I'm willing to bet you just thought of Heinz.
And for this one, was it Nike?
And almost without a doubt, the word Disney just materialized in your mind, right?
See? That automatic, lightning-fast connection you just made? That is the magic of positioning in action. It happens when a brand finds an empty space, a hole, in the marketplace of your mind and just neatly fills it. Let me show you a classic example of this.
Let's take a walk down the frozen food aisle. For years, Stouffer's absolutely owned the idea of quality, but that left an open spot, a hole in the market. What about people who wanted quality but were also health conscious? Boom! In comes lean cuisine, creating a totally new category. Then another hole appears. What about quality for people on a budget? In comes budget gourmet. The brilliant thing is, they aren't fighting Stouffer's head-on. They're creating new ladders in our minds so they can be number one on them.
So how can you actually do this for your own product, your company, or heck, even your own personal brand? Well, it turns out there's a really simple but powerful framework. I want you to think of it like a game of poker, where you only have 5 cards you can play.
When you boil it all down, there are really just 5 fundamental positions your brand can aim to own. These are the 5 cards you get to play in this battle for the mind.
Just look at these legends. Hertz didn't just say they were good, they flat out owned being number one. 7-Up did something brilliant by defining itself by what it wasn't. It was the uncola. And Apple carved out this incredibly powerful niche by appealing to all the rebels and creatives who wanted to think differently. Each one of them chose a single clear position and then just owned it relentlessly.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but it's from the 70s. Does it really apply in our world of social media and AI? The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, it might be more important now than ever before. Sure, the tools we use to communicate, the platforms, the apps, the tech, they're changing constantly. But the fundamental goal of marketing, it's exactly the same. We're still talking to human beings, and the basic wiring of our brains hasn't changed one bit. Think of a strong positioning strategy as the compass that guides every single decision you make. It's what makes sure you're connecting with the right audience, with the right message at the right time, and in the right place. It's the ultimate tool for cutting through the clutter, no matter what new technology comes along. And really, that's what it all comes down to. In a world of infinite choice, the most valuable asset you can possibly own is a single, clear, powerful idea in your customer's mind. So, the question I'll leave you with is this: what will yours be? Thanks for watching.